and stuff.
Questions for Figurehead. How did you guys come up with your name?
Well, I was the original member of the band, so it might have been one of the only parts I was paying attention to in global class, and my teacher was talking about something in medieval times with like King William and Mary of Orange, and they were just like these like political figureheads for the throne. There was really like the parliament behind them, controlling them. So I was just sitting there, and I was like, oh, figurehead, that sounds like a really cool name. And I just wrote it down, and I started doodling it all over books and stuff. And I was like, eventually, it was like, yeah, that's like actually a pretty cool band name. It's better than anything else I could think of.
How long have you guys been around for? Well, including you.
Alright. We've been... Oh, when did we start playing?
When did we start? Like
December?
December.
Yeah. I formed this lineup in December, and I've been playing... The original lineup we formed back in like May. We played 2 shows over the summer.
Who are your musical influences, and was there ever a TV show or movie that got you hooked on a band? Like a soundtrack for like a specific TV show or a movie?
Spinal Tap.
That was your answer last time.
211. It's my favorite movie.
Oh, okay. My influences
talking.
are John Bonham and Keith Moon, and I guess a movie that got me hooked on. That's actually a really good question. You know, yeah, I kind of don't have an answer for the movie part because I don't know. I've seen a bunch of movies and a lot of them had great soundtracks. So.
Yeah, let's see. Influences would be Steve Harris, and you probably never heard of him, but Magnus Rosen.
Yeah, I actually have heard of him.
Wow, didn't expect that, but yeah, and then Spinal Tap movie.
Alright, yeah. Well, since I'm the front man, you know, I got influenced a lot by my first like big obsession was like Green Day, which explains why I wear my guitar down to my knees, you know, because Billy Joe does it. So, you know, I loved Billy Joe, and then my next obsession was like Nirvana. So Kurt Cobain became a huge influence, and then from Kurt Cobain I saw the Foo Fighters live, and Dave Grohl was a huge influence on my stage act, and just on my guitar playing, I was really influenced by John Frusciante from the Chili Peppers on his improvisational.
Sucks that he left.
What?
Sucks that he left.
I'm pissed off. I'm like depressed.
Who do you think's gonna fill in?
They've there was a guy who played on tour with them. His name was Josh Klinghoffer. He's a really popular session musician out in LA, and he's the replacement.
Oh yeah. Where would you guys like to live outside of New York if you had to choose?
Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico would be very nice.
Swine flu.
Yeah, I don't care.
It's not that bad.
That's Mexico.
Close enough.
Yeah, it's close, but
I'd go with probably England.
England.
Seattle.
Seattle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
I love all that music. I might as well go.
You
live
negative
Yeah,
creep.
same with me.
Yeah, I'm a negative creep and I'm stoned. I'll go live there with them. Just rains a lot. I don't leave my house.
What's your opinion of the Staten Island music scene, and what would you do to make it better?
You have a lot to say about that.
I have a lot to say too.
Yeah.
All right.
We will do.
I think
Thrash I actually like.
Coined the
The ska, I want it all to die.
Remember?
And that's about it.
Fred, you want to go?
Okay.
No names.
I've got more opinions.
Okay, I believe I kind of coined this phrase a while back when I was talking to Chris. I had a conversation with one of my old band members from a band that I used to be in, and he kind of got me pissed off that all he wanted to play was metal. And I realized that a lot of the island has the same exact type of generic, crappy metal. I mean, everybody's good at like their instrument, of course, but pick a new genre, because everybody plays the same exact thing. Like, if you go to a show now, 9 out of the 10 bands are going to be metal bands, and they're all going to have the same style, basically. And I think there should be more, I don't know, like...
There should be more alternative bands.
Yeah, there should be more alternative bands, and not so much the punk ska, but like where ska originated was like with reggae stuff. So I think reggae ska would be really cool. Stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, well, my other band is metal, just not crappy generic.
Yeah, I don't like...
Visceral? Or
Visceral.
Oh, Visceral.
Yeah, they're like borderline power metal, so...
Yeah, it's different, like, I don't know. I just kind of get bored of it.
Yeah, like the metal, I have the same view as Freddie on the metal. Like, it's all generic and a lot of it sounds the same. I like Unleash the Beast. I'm really good friends with Jay, you know, so I think musically they're really cool. Like, because they bring it back to, like, Metallica, and they're really good stuff. And, you know, like... So the metal's not my thing. The ska, I really don't like ska that much. I do like Curious Volume a little. And, like, but, like, my favorite band on the island, New Moon Jellies. They are freaking awesome. The New Moon Jellies and the Delay.
They're very good.
If there were more bands around like the New Moon
Delay.
Jellies and Delay.
And the Jazz Funeral. Oh man.
Oh, Jazz Funeral is great.
That would be the
Belladonnas.
Yeah, all of them. The Delay, Jazz Funeral.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite of the older bands.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Well, even though you answered that, what would you guys do to make? What would you guys do to make it better? Like, would you do anything like to build? Would you build something? Would you
I think some sort of venue down on the South Shore would be really.
Yeah.
I think that's everybody's answer because.
Yeah, that's what everybody wants because it's just a pain in the ass to go up there.
Yeah, when you go up to the North Shore, and plus a lot of kids' parents, so like you want more kids to go, but a lot of their parents are like, no, you can't go up there. It's too far of a drive, or it's too dangerous, or something like that. So
try taking the fucking train there and back?
I did.
Yeah, I used to have the original drummer of the band. His name was Alex, and he lived up in Tompkinsville, 2 blocks from the Cup. And me and the original bass player would hop on the train and go up there. It was quite an experience. We'd meet some weird people on the train.
The Cup is not in a good neighborhood.
It isn't.
Especially when I'm stuck there on African American comedy. Valentine's Day, I went there expecting to see the Resonators, but no, they were playing at Dock Street, and it was African American.
Oh, with Ivy Not Taken, I missed that show.
It never happened.
Yeah, because he went to.
I went there and it was African American comedy night. And if I would have laughed at any of the jokes, they would have killed me. And I was stuck there until like 11 o'clock, and I watched a movie.
That's a fun way to spend.
Yeah, you have nothing to do once you're there. If something goes wrong, you're pretty much stuck there for a while.
Yeah.
So.
All right, this is part 1 of our Figurehead interview. We'll go back to part 2 in a second. See you later.